Welcome to Netlinked Weekly. We came up with a great idea to have me be a little bit taller, but unfortunately, it broke. So it's time for the NCIX Savings Kickoff Sale event. We're going to go through what are some of the hottest deals for this week. My co-host, Keys. So I think everyone got kind of thrown for a loop with that there intro. Anyway. Yeah, the point of this is it's the Savings Kickoff event, which is going to be the awesome deals part of our Netlinked Weekly routine. So there's a home theater package, which includes a Sony 47-inch 3D TV with 4 pairs of glasses and, like, everything else.
You got a Blu-ray player, four tall speakers.
Tall speakers, really? That's what why is it all about height with you?
I'm sorry. They're Linus size. They're huge. Anyways, a front sound bar and a subwoofer. So normally it's $299.98.
That is actually a very effective way to avoid making the mistake that I always make, which is when I'm like, $2299.99, and it's actually $2,299.99. Yeah, I always mix that up. Anyway, so it's around $1,600 now for what you would normally pay over $2,000 for.
Big savings.
Deal number 2 for Canada is the Asus GeForce GTX 670. Comes with a free copy of Batman Arkham Origins and comes in at a very petite $269.99. However, the US has the deal to match that one, or maybe even better.
You got an XFX Radeon HD 7970 Double D, 3 gigabytes on that for $300, $299.99. You're saving $130 on that.
Plus, you get AMD's Never Settle bundle, which means you can pick 3 games that you want, including maybe access to upcoming games. So if you don't see any games there that you want, maybe save some of your codes, because they're going to be updating it as time goes on. Speaking of deals that are so amazing they make your head explode, the BenQ XL2720T is available for $399.99, which is $300 off at NCIX US. It is 3D Vision ready. It is Light Boost ready, which basically means crisper, clearer images for the right and left side. It is 27-inch and it is 120 hertz. That is a fantastic deal. It doesn't have the same awesome color depth as the all-new 2420 Ti, but it's of course larger and it should still give you an excellent 3D gaming experience.
Okay guys, for our callouts, we got NCIX PC. It's now available in the United States. That's my mustache, that's right. He's got my mustache now. But the NCIX PC, there are systems custom designed by our NCIX build experts. They're maximizing things like clock speed and cooling while ensuring all components are fully compatible and looking awesome with LED lights and whatnot. So most of them also come with a whack of free games and in-game credits. So
you can have your mustache back.
Thanks.
Sorry if that made you feel uncomfortable. There's a warehouse sale coming to Ontario. So September 14th from 9:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. The first 25 customers get a free prize. Ooh. So go line up early. I have no idea what the free prize is. Do you know what the free prize is?
I think it's going to be kind of different depending on what the customers look like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
no. It's in Ontario. Who knows what they're going to come up with?
Fair enough. Okay, so guys, remember, if you want to get in early at a warehouse sale, a lot of the time you're going to end up lining up the night before, but there are crazy deals, so you might want to do that. Also, there's a luxury and supercar weekend coming up.
This weekend, NCIX is going to be there at the luxury and supercar weekend. It's like crazy cars and...
That's in Vancouver, right?
Yeah. So, so if you're not in Vancouver, don't bother. I mean, you could come. There's some awesome stuff. But we're going to be there with a system and a driving simulator on display, so you can come check that out if you're there.
News items for the week. Android 4.4 KitKat has been announced. Now, the first thing that I thought when I saw this was, holy crap, how much did Nestle pay for that? But it turns out that there was no money exchanged either way. So they've actually partnered to turn this into a promotional campaign. There will be 50 million specially marked KitKat packages and 500 special Android-shaped KitKat bars, although the details of how you actually get your hands on one of those is not necessarily clear right now.
I would imagine you go to a store and buy it.
No, 500 they're making.
Yeah.
That's it.
500 stores.
500 stores, each get one?
Yep.
No. Also, speaking of things that there are sort of a number 5.
I see what you did
Speaking
there.
of mustaches, go ahead.
There's a Nexus 5. Well, okay, maybe there's a Nexus 5. In the promo video for the KitKat announcement, it showed somebody using like a Nexus 5 phone. It was a new Nexus phone. There was a Nexus horizontal branding instead, or vertical if it's portrait. But yeah, there might be a new Nexus. We don't know. I think it's LG. It said LG on it, but it's got a new camera and that branding. So we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Speaking of things we don't know, how is this going to shake down? So Chrome desktop apps are becoming kind of a thing. So Google's launched a new section of their Chrome web store entitled For Your Desktop. And the idea is they want developers building Chrome apps where they don't necessarily run within the browser. They're just using Chrome technology as a framework, and the idea is that you would never know the difference between a Chrome app and a normal Windows desktop application, and the idea here is in the long run, turning Chrome into a competitor for Windows, OS X,
We're gonna see.
iOS, Android.
Who knows?
Is Chrome OS just going to be everything in terms of Google's strategy for the future? We don't know, but what we do know is that Metal Gear Solid's sexy controversy is going to be covered by Mr. Mustache over here.
So Metal Gear Solid 5 director Hideo Kojima, I don't really know how to say that.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima.
He stirred up controversy after he apparently asked the game's artist to make characters in the game more erotic. Then an image was released of the female sniper character Quiet. Ooh, Linus! The female character Quiet was quite scantily clad indeed. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's a whole nother level. But a Halo designer from Halo called the design from the game disgusting. He called it disgusting.
Kojima later clarified he probably shouldn't have said erotic. He meant to say sexy, which is, of course, very different.
Much better. Much better. Sexy.
Much more different.
Do we have a picture of that, by the way? Put up the picture of the girl.
You could put up the picture of me doing this.
Yeah, just put up Linus. People just want to see scantily clad Linus.
HDMI 2.0 has been announced. It'll support transfer speeds of 18 gigabit per second. That means 60 FPS, 4K video, and up to 32 channels of audio, which will enable some pretty creative stuff. So it'll enable multiple streams of video for different people to be watching different things on the same device and having their own audio channels as well. Because think about that. If you can do 60 FPS, 4K, that means that if you had 1080p streams, you could do 30 FPS, 1080p times 8, I guess?
It's too many
times
numbers.
16, something like that. So we could be looking at devices where as we increase refresh rates on TVs, everyone could be sitting with different polarized sets of glasses or tuned into a completely different program and all sitting on the couch at the same time. I mean, the future is isolated.
The future is now.
3D printing space robots, go!
So a U.S. company called Tethers Unlimited, they plan to use spider-like robots to 3D print spacecraft components and assemble them in space. So I mean, like...
So really, I thought what they were going to do is finally have, like, a data plan that I can use from my phone to my laptop in an unlimited fashion, but whatever, okay.
What?
Unlimited tethers.
Tethers Unlimited? So you're just talking about the name of the company?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe that's coming too, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if they're talking like space-age technology, you know, actually being able to tether your phone to your computer in an unlimited fashion is pretty much space-age, according to most of the service providers. So, without further ado, that is the end of Netlinked Weekly. Guys, tune in every week for more awesome deals, tips, and news, and special guests, Mustache. I think that should be your new nickname, Mustache.
They called me that one time.
Or like Mr. Stash.
At an old job. I was just known as Mustache.
Mustache. Love it. Guys, vote under the video. Keys or mustache? Which do you prefer?